In an interview before his death, John Lennon said he was really hurt by you, that you never mentioned in your autobiography any of the influence that he had on you.
He was annoyed because I didn't say that he had written one line of the song Taxman. But
did you tell him that?
Well, I didn't, because he was already dead after that. But the point to that was that I also didn't say how I wrote 2 lines to Come Together or 3 lines to Eleanor Rigby. You know, I wasn't getting into any of that. I think in the balance, I would have had more things to be niggled with him about than he would have with me.
But he said that you idolized him as a young boy, that you thought...
Well, that's what he thought.
And you didn't?
Well, I liked him very much. He was a groove. He was a good lad. But at the same time, he misread me. He didn't realize who I was. And this was one of the main faults of John and Paul. They were so busy being John and Paul, they failed to realize who else was around at the time.
Okay, well, I don't mind. I'll play, you know, whatever you want me to play. Or I won't play at all if you don't want me to play. No, whatever it is that will please you, I'll do it.
I don't think the Beatles fulfilled everything that George wanted to do by any means. And I think that perhaps he felt sometimes a bit of a junior member. And the other thing is he doesn't want to spend all his life as an ex-Beatle.
Michael Palin, once a member of Britain's Monty Python, has appeared in Harrison's films and remains a close friend.
I think George is now more confident than he's been for a while. He always had an interest in films, but just recently, I think with handmade films, he feels he's really done something he can be very proud of.
Harrison, as movie producer, has financed such films as Monty Python's Life of Brian,
Mona Lisa,
and the acclaimed Mona Lisa, which brought an Oscar nomination to actor Bob Hoskins.
Let's watch it.
piss off, you idiot!
Now Harrison is giving Hoskins a chance to direct his first film.
Have I given you a film, my son? Have I given you a film?
You know, I don't work like business people. It's the same with music. If I have to try and make a record that will fit into the top 10, then I'm wasting my time. I have to be me. And it's like that kind of thing with Bob. It would be silly not to try to do something with him. You know, from where I sit, I mean, I just think he's so good. He's obviously, he's brilliant.
Give us a kiss.
When I see George, I want to sort of embrace him. He's very sharp, he's very gregarious. He actually loves company and thrives in company and is absolutely excellent company. So, I mean, this is the other side of him. But then he is always still a Beatle. And a Beatle has to live a different life from other people, you know, whatever happens.
What condition was he in when he was in your car?
He was shot.
There were about 6 officers carrying him. He had a little bit of blood coming out of his mouth.
He was dead at the moment that the first shots hit his body.
I'd like to know where you were when John Lennon died.
I was in bed.
I wondered what you felt, losing someone close to you for all those years.
It's like losing your parents or anybody you know and love. You know, all things must pass. But when it's taken in a violent way like that by somebody else, you know, it makes it very strange. He was very good. He was very good, and he was... in some ways, he was a slight genius. I mean, but apart from that, he was still just some guy like the rest of everybody else.
He was no angel.
He wasn't, but he was as well.
Was he?
Yeah.
For a while afterwards, George was extremely concerned about his own safety. Because, I mean, there are plenty of cranks out there who think, you know, a carbon copy shooting, maybe even get 2 or 3 of them now, you know. All those nasty things which you sort of laughed at before Lennon's death suddenly must have become rather more serious. And I think it was a bit more difficult to get in to see George for a while after that.
Everybody likes to say, okay, one of your best friends got assassinated, so surely you must be nervous about being assassinated too. You know, I like to take care, but I don't walk around fearing for my life, and I don't think, you know, anybody could be bothered killing me. You know, what's the point of killing me? There's nothing, you know, I don't feel that important.
Here comes the sun, doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sun, and I say it's all right.
So it's strange, but it's just another one of the strange things that's happened in this life. You know, our manager died, our road manager was shot by the LA police. So many of our friends died through the years, and you know, everybody went on drugs, everybody went to the Himalayas, everybody got divorced. You know, it's just a very concentrated kind of life.
It's all right.
The whole thing has been like this, really, in one way or another.
It's all right.
Just sort of get used to it.
Thank you very much. Thank you.